Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609. I'm on Highway 71 going back to Llano, Texas. And what I want to talk about this morning is the differences between a Class C and a Casita travel trailer, or just a travel trailer in general. Of course, there's the obvious difference. You drive the Class C as opposed to tow the travel trailer. That's pretty obvious. But there are other differences. Of course, one of them is the Class C comes with a 4,000 watt or more or less generator, and it runs off the gasoline tank, so that you are in a motorhome, Class C, A, whatever, B, totally self-contained, off-grid, whatever you want to call it. Whereas in a travel trailer, if you have a generator, you're pretty well self-contained. If you have solar, you may or may not be, depending on whether you can run the air conditioner or not. But like I have a 2019 Casita Freedom Deluxe 17-footer travel trailer, fiberglass, weighs 2,450 pounds, and it tows really neat. And the net length of the Casita travel trailer, they say it's 17 feet, whatever, but it's not. Inside, that's the outside length from the tip of the hitch to the tip of the bumper in the back. It is 17 feet. If you take off get the net length, you're down to about 14 to 15 feet probably. And it works the same way on the motorhomes. The motorhomes, I'm getting a Thor 4 Winds 22E, and it says that it's 24 feet 6 inches long. Well, it is. From the tip of the front bumper to the tip of the back bumper, 24 feet 6 inches. However, if you look at just the net living area, the cab area, you don't live in it. I guess you could. And then you have that over the space above the cab for storage, or you can make it into a bed. So you can kind of add that to living area in a way, since I will use it for storage. But the net usable space in a 24 foot 6 inch travel trailer is about 18 feet. Okay, the Class C is wider than the Casita, and also wider than probably most travel trailers. It's a little wider, I think it's like 7 feet wide, or maybe slightly more, and the interior height is 7 feet in the Class C motorhome, whereas in some travel trailers it's less than that substantially. Particularly in the Casita travel trailer, it's 6 feet 1.5 inches interior height. I had a Coachman that was 6 foot 4 inches interior height, so it's a big difference there. And as far as the miles per gallon towing RV versus driving a motorhome, if you're towing a lightweight trailer like I do, the Casita with a V6 truck, you can get 16 to 17 miles per gallon, which is pretty dadgum good. With a Class C motorhome, anywhere from 8 miles to 12 miles per gallon, depending on whether you're towing a vehicle, how big the motorhome is, what engine it's got, and so on and so on and so on. I'm getting my Thor 4 Winds 22E on a Chevy chassis with a 360 engine, a 6-liter engine, which, based on what I can find, should be able to get, not towing a vehicle, 10 miles to the gallon and more, maybe, depending, which is okay. If I get 10, I'm completely satisfied with that. So what are the advantages for me of having a motorhome, a Class C, over a travel trailer? Well, you see what you want to see and you hear what you want to hear. First of all, I've always wanted a Class C. I drove one years ago. I rented it for a week, and I liked it, but I couldn't afford it. It was too expensive. And the prices certainly haven't come down. The one I bought was around $60,000. They gave me a little better deal than that, which helped. But enough said about that. But it's new. It's a 2021 Thor 22E, 4 winds, and the main reason I'm getting it is I'm 75 years old, and having those conveniences, particularly the generator where you can run the air conditioner anytime, anywhere, is a great benefit. And also being able to pull over and walk back to the restroom without having to get out in the traffic or whatever, is a small benefit, but it's there, and I like that. And you can also, fix your meal, and if you've got the generator running, you got the air conditioner on, and all of your electrical appliances are working. Whereas with a travel trailer, unless you're plugged in or have your generator running, you don't have any electrical, really 110 power inside the RV. Particularly, you can't run the AC or any appliances inside the RV without your generator. Whereas the Class C generator, you can run it driving down the highway all the time. In fact, they kind of recommend that you do, because they want you to use the generator so that the old gasoline doesn't get all gummy in the carburetor or whatever they have, the injectors, whatever they use. Yeah. So, yeah, there's some slight, small advantages there, and it's always a case of you see what you want to see and you hear what you want to hear. And even at age 75, I'm not immune to that. If I wanted a Class C for years, and the sand has run through the hourglass to the point, and now, after selling both of my home bases, one in New Mexico and one in Texas, I had enough cash on hand to buy one, and I will. I mean, I've already ordered it. It'll be here probably in November, maybe sooner, I hope, and on we go with that. And so how will I use it? Well, I'm going to keep my truck for a while at my, quote, home base, sort of, in Llano, Texas, at the RV park, because it's a great little RV park. It's inexpensive. I like it. It's right by a golf course, so I'll keep that as my home base. And when I leave Llano, going traveling, because I probably will still go traveling in the summer to get out of the Texas heat, and I may do some short trips every now and then during the year, other than just the summer travel. So, but having everything there available for me now, I think, is a big benefit for me. I mean, if I can afford it, do it. You know what I mean? If you can afford to take care, add a little luxury to your life as you get older, then why not? But yeah, but back, as far as the differences, as far as driving the motorhome, I don't see that as a big issue. Towing an RV can be, depending on what size RV you have, a small RV like I've got, a Casita, sometimes you don't even know it's back there, But if you've got a 24, 26, 28, 32, 40 foot travel trailer, whatever you've got, or a fifth wheel, it's back there. You do. Particularly when you get in traffic and you want to change lanes. Will I use the Class C sort of as a luxury vehicle? Yes, I will. I will go grocery shopping in it. And at some point, if I decide that, I can just have one vehicle, then I'll sell my Ram pickup, and that'll be all I have. A lot of, there's a debate on both sides of that issue. Well, you're going to miss being able to go do the driving videos. Things change, guys. I mean, I don't mind changing. I don't mind changing at all. So that's just me. That's not for everybody, but yeah. So another, of course, the Class C is, it's got more, it's a vehicle. So, you have to change the oil and stuff. And a lot of people say, well, what are you going to do when it breaks down? You got to take it to the shop. That's your home. Well, I take things one day at a time. It hadn't broke down yet because I haven't got it. Okay. And if I have an issue like that, then I'll just deal with it. That's life. You know what I mean? What if my Casita had an issue and I had to take it in to be repaired? It'd be the same thing, And will there be issues with the engine and stuff on the RV? I doubt it, because it's supposed to be a very reliable engine, tried and proved over the years, and an old workhorse 6-liter engine. I've had this Ram. It's got a V6. The only thing I've taken it in for is oil changes, and I've already found a place that will change the oil locally on the Class C, and I've found somebody that'll do the inspection, because in Texas, if your RV weighs over 7,500 pounds, you have to have it inspected. If it has a gross weight of over 7,500 pounds, you have to have it inspected. Less than that, you do not. Like my Casita, I don't. Is that a problem? No, not a bit. You just drive it over to inspection place. I've already called them. They said, yeah, just pull over outside, and they check headlights, tail lights, and all the stuff, and put sticker on. You're good to go. So having said that, again, it is a case that you see what you want to see and you hear what you want to hear. But if I want to do something, I better be doing it. And I say that to all you guys out there. If you're over 60 and there's something you want to do that you've always wanted to do, and you're not doing it or planning on it or getting close, it ain't ever going to get done. The longest journey begins with a single step. And if you haven't taken a single step, well, then it ain't happening, man. You're just dreaming. And there's nothing wrong with dreams. With dreams, without dreams, the people perish. With dreams, the people perish anyway, but at least they're dreaming about it, of something else. So anyway, guys, having said that, looking forward to getting a Class C. This is Rusty78609 saying, thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the Amazon link. It doesn't cost you a penny. Amazon takes care of me. And then there's also the Patreon link in there. And I can see that people aren't really too excited about that, but I don't care. It was some people asked for it. I put it up there, and a few people used it, which is fine, and I do appreciate that also. And also, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, keep your health, however you can, eat good, exercise, and all that stuff. Take deep breaths, drink plenty of water, stand guard at the door of your mind, use your titanium cranium to keep out negativity. Boy, the world is full of it now. I mean, full of it. You can't hardly avoid it. It's gone crazy. But anyway, guys, enjoy your life one day at a time. And this is Class C Rusty. I'll catch you next time. Adios, bye-bye, hasta luego, etc. Aloha. Bye-bye.